And we are back with another race. This time we are with the Tier 1 people who will be racing with us. Joining me in the comms box is our very own Nirma, who will be co-commentating with me for today's race. So Nirma, any predictions, any thoughts before we'll get into the race? Yes, definitely that was an exciting adrenaline rush race that we got to watch there, with Sainz defending for his life and Leclerc just trying desperate moves at the end to get on the podium. But anyways, I believe we are waiting for a couple of drivers to join into the lobby before we start off with the race. But as Nirma pointed out, this race is gonna be exciting in the beginning and probably after a safety car is being called out, but during the middle it can get a bit stale. But again, we should not forget we have the best of the best drivers racing today, and a lot of drivers are coming back into this game, considering that this game is way more refined than the previous other games that we had. So we can see some fun battling going around amongst the drivers, but yeah, we will have to just wait and watch. And speaking of battles, we do have a full grid today, so any predictions for that, Nirma? Yeah, definitely. We do have 19 drivers who have joined the lobby as of now. But yeah, there is a small rumor that maybe our very own Maranello baby can make a comeback in probably the next one or two races. What are your thoughts on that? Do you want to see him back on the track, or what are your expectations on what will happen once he joins back, if he joins back? Yes, definitely. And even though he has been on a break, I think he has been practicing recently. And based on whatever I have seen him practice, I can definitely say that we are in for a ride if he comes back, because he will see a lot of new faces, especially people like Helium, Moto, Aradhya, Pre the Pro, who have all joined us in the past 1 or 2 years in his absence from league racing, and they are pretty quick at all of this, whatever this is. Correct. Yeah, definitely we'll keep an eye out for the driver. He's probably a new person who has joined us, if I'm not wrong, right? Definitely. Let me just do the telemetry settings before we start off with the quali, as drivers are gearing in for a setup change, loading in their setups, and maybe soon be going out for their hot laps on their cars. So we are just waiting for drivers to start going out on their lap, and then we will get the exciting quali underway. So tier 2 afternoon, the fastest time was a 1:12.1, if I'm not wrong. Is it 12 or 22? Even I'm forgetting. What is the lap time around here? Any idea, Nirma? I guess it is 1:12.1 if I'm not wrong. So that was the fastest time. But anyways, it was something point one. So we will see whether our drivers in tier 1 can perform better than our tier 2 boys. Obviously in tier 2 we did see at least the top 8 being like separated by less than a tenth from each other, and that's and we expect even better performance from our tier 1 boys here. Ah, no, no, no. That's just what the game shows. Even if you select 18 minutes quali, it will just show Q1. But it is gonna be just one quali of 18 minutes, and that's it. Because if it was full quali, first quali would be, I believe, 15 minutes, if I'm not wrong. Not sure. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it is gonna be 18 minutes only. We do have a lot of drivers who have started their lap. I guess the first one to cross the line will be Wizard of Oz with a 118.8. Definitely a lot of time left there to be improved upon on. Simply Whitey is currently in the third sector, about to complete his lap. Again, I cannot stress enough how much I love the chicane being removed from the final sector, because this was just useless. And right now we can see these drivers using the entirety of the track, being on power. I can clearly see a difference, and that's the difference that we want to see from tier 1. Simply crosses the line with a 112.1, but is quickly beaten up by the time of Pre the Pro, a 111.8. So I was correct, we did see a 112.1, the fastest time from tier 2. But tier 1, in their first run, the banker lap that they put, they have beaten the tier 2 time. Yes, definitely. It does seem like he was parked on the pit entry. Maybe something went wrong there, but we do have a lot of drivers who are crossing the line. It's hard to keep track of with all the cars' color looking almost the same on the left side. So I am confused who is about to cross the line, because we have Williams, we have Alpine, we have Red Bull, all almost the same shade of blue for some reason. Okay, tell me who is crossing the line. Is that a Willis? You proved your point wrong right there. Now you understand the feeling. Anyways, let's go to the final corner. Who is in the final corner? Is that an alpha? Yes, that's an alpha of Jose Hero. It's gonna be a chaos, but Jose Hero crosses the line. Not a very good time, 127.7. He will be looking to improve on his time as the session goes by. We do have right now Shubh Kumar, who just now crossed the line, went into P5 with a 111.9. We do have the McLaren of BK19, who is rounding off the final corner, crosses the line, does not set a time. Maybe it was an invalidated lap, or this is his first lap on taking a crack at it. But we do have the Haas of Faizan. No, that's that was Wicked Vicky. Okay, who crosses the line with a 111.9. We already have the top 6 separated by just a tenth, I believe, like except Aradhya Gupta. If you ignore him, then we have 6 drivers who are just separated by a tenth, already very close, and they are already in the 111s. Do you think we will see a low 111? Yeah, let's see. We do have all the drivers. That was that was expected, honestly, because I have been warned before also. There is a bump on the entry to the pit lane which sets you off, and if you are not careful, especially at the speeds that you are carrying, with the final sector chicane removed, that is what can happen to you, and that's exactly what happened to Sai Tarun. Going into the pits, just rams into the wall, and he is out of qualifying without setting any lap. Yes, we do have King James, who is rounding off the final corner. Will he improve? He is looking very good. He does improve, but his lap is not counted because it was invalidated. So maybe he will look for another run that he can go out on, or maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. He is just backing out. It seems like he will be going into the pits and switching on to new sets of tires and trying his luck again. I think he retired in the he also retired in the pits. Matlab, going into the pits, we can clearly see his car in the map. He was making his way into the pits, but he also hit the wall there, which caused him to retire. So that's 2 cars that the pit wall has claimed today, just in quali. What will happen in the race, my dear? Yes, Akash Sonavne is starting his hot lap, trying to get to P1 as Hacker gets to P1. I think that is Helium, who has gotten into P1 with a 111.3. Quickly beaten up by Pre the Pro with 111.1. Yes, correct. He is just starting his lap, so we'll get back to him sometime later. Yes, he has a lot left in his tank. We do still have 6.5 minutes left of this session, so anything can happen. It is still not over, so we will be waiting for 6 more minutes, and we can see faster times. Maybe a 1:10.9. Who knows? Yes, it seems like Faizan is invalidating his laps, and that's the bump that is there on the pit entry, where if you carry a lot of speed, you will just get thrown off. But Faizan manages to slow his car down to enter safely into the pits. We do have the Alpine of Lean Sipper, who was up there, like he was in the middle pack in the last race, sets a time of 11:08, 02 in P7 at the moment. Oh, it has claimed someone again. uh, yeah, I think it said disqualified. Because 5 minutes left, he won't leave because he would like to improve on his time. I think he just got disqualified on the pit entry because Jose Hero was also stuck there. So a lot of drivers are getting thrown off by the bump that is there just before the pits. The trick to it is sticking to the right when you are entering the pits. So you have to do that, else you will get on the bump and go to the left and hit the wall. Right now, almost all drivers are inside the pits with 4 minutes 45 seconds left on the clock. I believe everyone will go out for their one final run, and that's what they are preparing themselves for. Well, everyone except King James, who is right now on his lap where he wants to set some. Yeah, I just now saw that. But anyways, there was an attempt. But yeah, he has not set any lap time as of now, so he will be looking worried to set at least some kind of decent time, be it without invalidating the lap. Yeah, definitely that's a good analysis, but then again, you have gotta do what you gotta do. You have to take out the best out of the situation. Starting out from the way back can also be disadvantageous because the front learners will pull up the gap from the middle field as what generally happens. And right now it does seem like Meroth is the first one to go out on a clear track. The Red Bull taking the charge here as well, when others are just waiting for the final 2 minutes to be there on the clock. It might become a big traffic jam at the end, it seems like, because no one has buzzed out except Meroth and maybe one more. AlphaTauri, is that? Yes, it seems like it's Shubh Kumar who has decided to come out, but no one else is moving from the pits. Now we see a couple of cars getting out with 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Considering they will take at least 1.5 to 2 minutes to come to the line, it's gonna be close with just 30 seconds left. Everyone will have to cross the line, so we will see if there is a traffic jam at the end or not. I believe it's mostly individual. There is a constructor component as well, but most of the drivers are fighting for themselves. I believe it is individual as Merot starts his lap. He will encounter some traffic on his lap because everyone is starting to go out for their final run, and that's gonna hinder him in his lap if he encounters any traffic ahead of him. Hopefully, everyone moves out of the way. His teammate is just ahead of him, as you were telling, and let's see what he does. The Pro gets a 5 place grid penalty for some reason. So that's not gonna be a good sign for him. His teammate just slides to the left and lets him pass as he goes through the downhill and the uphill corner. Let's see what he can do. It did briefly show a purple sector in the first one on the minimap, but I'm not sure how accurate it is. But then again, he lost some time in the middle sector, so we will have to wait and watch for the time he crosses the line to actually know whether he improves on his time or not. We do have someone parked on the pit entry again. I think it was Dark Knight. Yeah, I think it was Dark Knight. Anyways, Merath is rounding off the final corner. Let's see, he will be the first one to complete his session with 34 seconds to go. He can put in another lap. He does not improve on his previous time, so he will be going on for another run, but with 6% ERS it does not look likely. I think it's his quali done. It doesn't seem like, because right now everyone is just going into the pits as as we see our very own Helium just not using his experience there in the league racing and just hitting the wall, even though big. Just for a few seconds it's gonna be a mystery, because we'll see the final timing sheets once this thing closes. There you go. So yes, so basically Wizard of Oz got disqualified. Sai Tarun lost his car in the while entering the pits, and I think same thing happened to Govind SSR, but I'm not sure. I think Govind SSR sat a lap. Yeah, I yeah, I think he joined a bit late because we started off with 19 drivers and now we have 20. So I think he did not get enough time to set a lap. Uh, okay. Maybe he wants to do a last to first. Let's see what his intentions are as we head on to the race. 33 laps. We saw a lot of strategies in tier 2 race. We saw medium hards, we saw hard mediums, we saw soft mediums, we saw soft hards. Everything is doable. It's all up to you how much you wanna ride on those tires which are fallen off the cliff. So we will expect something similar here. Obviously the top 6 or 7 might not take any risk, and they might be doing the default medium hard strategy, which seems to be the quickest in these conditions on this track. Yes, if you have the sheer will and determination, anything can work. But anyways, we are waiting for the 11 minutes, 1 minutes of setup time, which is over as we head on to the formation lap. The Mercedes of Helium decides. What is so going on? Why are these drivers not at all moving? I think there was clear instruction on you only move when the car ahead of you moves, but it seems like Aradhya Gupta is parked on the track because someone else had disqualified him from behind. So now, with almost half the grid disqualified in formation lap, not having the proper tires, this is a clear mess up of some instructions that have gone missing in middle between the drivers and the coordinators. That has caused this to happen. We only have 5 drivers who are currently doing their formation lap with simply leading the pack, and almost everyone else has retired. We do have another person who has been disqualified. I think it's Wizard of Oz. No. Wizard of Oz is still continuing to do his formation. Oof. I am not sure what has happened to the drivers. They are becoming a bit too aggressive on the throttle even before warming up their tires. Like, they should be aware that obviously on the race start you do not have any temperature on those tires, and there is no point in pushing so hard. You can clearly see that Simply has decided to go on the hard tires for the race start, and others are just on the soft and mediums, as Simply joins the pack, trying to find his way, trying to find his grid, in fact, where he slots in. No, he will be back on the grid. Yeah, it's just a formation session. Don't worry, don't lose don't lose your heart. Everyone will get to race. You don't see the lights, you just hear them. Okay. Oh, I think they are restarting the race because this is too much. They have to be restarting, right? Yeah, they have to be restarting. Yes. That's the restart. That's the restart. Yes, that's what happens when you tell the drivers that the race is no more valid. They just tend to do stuff. I guess the decision to restart was done way before we even started the formation lap, and that's why most of them tried to DNF, and so that they can matlab fast forward the lobby to waste as less time as possible. But anyways, from our point of view, nothing looked to be wrong in the lobby, but again, drivers might be having a different experience. They might be facing some glitches, some kind of desync that they would have reported to the coordinators, and maybe the coordinators have taken this decision to go for a lobby restart, as our drivers, all of the drivers have retired from the session. We'll be getting a new lobby link soon, and we will be soon starting off with the actual race. I'm not sure why this is another race that is starting right now. I guess this game also doesn't seem to disappoint us. with us having two race starts for some reason. Oh, was it set to? No, it wasn't set to sprint race as well. So I'm not sure what happened there. I guess my co-commentator has gone to get some information on what is the status and what has happened. Meanwhile, let's just wait for some time and let the drivers do their job, let the coordinators do their job, and then we will be back. Okay, confirmation that they had been told after quali to retire and stay in the same lobby. Not sure how many of them are gonna stay in the same lobby, but the retirement of all the drivers was a expected thing, and that's why I'm not surprised why so many of our drivers just decided to DNF. Yes, that's what I was telling our viewers that we do not expect such things from our tier 1 drivers. They are very well aware of the rules that you move only when the car ahead of you moves. So I guess that's what they are trying to fix. But yeah, a bit of live stewarding happening there. I guess the game glitched and gave Pre the Pro 5 plays grid penalty, which is definitely a big impact in the main race because he will be starting 5 positions back. But we do wait now for our drivers to sort of get back into the lobby, sort of get ready, and the grid to be set, after which we will start off with the second race. Or ideally the first race, but the second attempt. I do see almost all of the drivers in the lobby, so it shouldn't take a lot of time. Let's hope it doesn't take a lot of time. Uh, we are on a Sunday night after all. Tomorrow is Monday already. Monday blues are kicking in. So we shall wait and see what we can do. Hopefully we get some exciting race to watch as we move forward, and we will enjoy, have some fun. Yes, welcome everyone to the yes, Nirma's yoga classes. We have our special guru Nirma, who will be taking you through this course of meditation and self entitlement, whatever, enlightenment. Why are you making half of our crowd mad, man? Huh? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that is true, but that's again your personal opinion. In my opinion, I still believe that Ferraris still prefer Leclerc over Sainz. It might be because of their long contract that they have, but it just feels a bit biased towards science even during the pitch strategies and all. When they use science, and science is the one who is giving them the pit call out and all, so it just seems a bit incompetent from the Ferrari pit crew, but I hope they improve as the season goes by. But yes. Mm. Yeah, maybe it's just the car that he is not getting used to. But anyways, we shall see. We still have maybe 30-40% of the season left. Maybe he can turn it around, but as of now, it does look like Sainz has the upper hand in the Ferrari seat. Uh, but yeah, like one thing that almost everyone who watches F1 right now prays for is a blown Honda engine, and probably the engine that is coming out of Max Verstappen's car. So that's something that everyone would like to see for a change, I believe. But yeah, that doesn't seem to be happening, because after he cleared signs, he checked out, and I think he finished like 11 or 12 seconds ahead of everyone on the grid. So that just shows that even when Ferraris were quicker than the Red Bulls in quali, they still didn't had enough for the race. That is true. I agree he did a good job, but then again, we cannot compare them one to one, because we never saw Ricardo race as such. Like only one race he did in the AlphaTauri before he had to back out because of his personal health. So let's see when he gets back into the seat what he can do. But obviously, it looks like a very good future for Liam Lawson, considering that he is still young and Ricardo is towards the end of his career. So he has some really good opportunities to fill in on the grid, but man, Albon drove the hell out of that, William. Yes. Yeah, that is a valid point. Actually, that can be done, because Yuki has not yet shown that he can actually do something in this race, especially in F1 if he can do something. But yeah, that is an actually a good suggestion, and I guess that will soon happen, but maybe not next year, maybe after that. But yeah, like considering that Liam will get opportunities as a reserve driver to race in either one of the cars, he will still be getting a good impression amongst the other, amongst the team heads and the whoever does the contracts and stuff, and maybe soon he will have a future in F1, permanent future in F1. He has the skill. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, definitely. It does look like that's what is gonna happen. But anyways, we are back into the race with 1 minute timer on the clock for the drivers to do their setup. Remember, they have to be reminded to do the setup because since this is a new lobby, the setups don't carry over from your previous session, which was the quali. So they will be doing their setups, loading in their setups. This does give the drivers a bit of an advantage where they can put in a race setup rather than a quali setup, and maybe that's what these drivers will be doing. But we do have the lights on for the formation lap, and that is the formation lap that you would like to see, one starting after the other and not the chaos that we just saw few laps back. We still do have someone spinning out, and I think that's the Haas of Faizan who spun around. I'm not sure if he had contact with anyone, but if he had contact with someone, that other person also would have DNF'd. So it does seem like he himself got himself disqualified. We do have the people ahead also. I'm not sure what is happening again. Please explain to me, someone. Is this again happening? I'm pretty sure there is something happening. They are again trying to take each other out and disqualify themselves from the. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even if two people DNF, there is something wrong. And if there is a Williams coming out into the frame, sliding around, and then going in the reverse direction, definitely something is wrong. He just slides into the frame and then drives backwards. But yeah, it does seem like again we will be having a lobby restart of sorts, or at least uh, maybe just the race start, not the formation lab. But then half of the drivers have disqualified themselves, but half of them are doing their laps. So I'm not sure. A lot of drivers have picked up marbles while they were lining up onto the grid, which is not gonna help them on the race start. Provided we are gonna have the race start, we do see the McLaren in the back trying. I am pretty sure the person who read it up early will be given very sweet words in the VCs and the text channels. But I guess, yeah, okay. It makes sense also because many drivers would not have gotten a chance to do their setup with just 20 to 30 seconds left on the clock, and I guess that's the reason why they have decided to go for a restart so that drivers can do their setups, because right now if they just start the race, this is just gonna be a hell, a mess. For some reason the game is stuck, so there's that. Even I'm not sure why, but there is that. Even though all the drivers have lined up, somehow it is not proceeding to the next session. Yes. Well, there are only so much you can break a game, I believe, I hope, I think, hopefully. Maybe this is the end of all the bugs, but I believe it's gonna be an Alt plus F4 from drivers. Obviously, the drivers will be seeing which driver is loading in, so they might be telling that driver to just Alt F4, but it seems like almost everyone is doing an Alt F4, and then new lobby may be possibly made to tackle all of this, and then we will again start off again after 10 to 15 minutes. Yes. You know what? I should just start doing my office work on the side, because at this point even I'm not aware what is going on with this race. I believe we are just not destined to race today, so there's that. And that is gonna cost us some viewership right there. You only said that's it from us. What do you mean you can't blame me for it? Are you sure? But yeah, anyways, we do wait for the next session once the lobby is up. But yeah, I guess the only thing we can talk about is the coming up race. When is the next race in real life? So meanwhile, while Nirma looks on what is the next race and when it is, it was a fun race today. Obviously, during the middle part of the Monza GP did become a bit boring, but at the end it did again pick itself up, and we got some good racing and some good driving that we correct. Uh, Singapore is where we go. I wonder how many Singaporeans I offended by just calling it that. But anyways, uh, beautiful track. Not a chance to overtake on it, though. But definitely a good track to watch the race, especially for the initial half, and then just fall asleep and do your own work until someone crashes out and brings in a safety car. So I guess that's what the script is gonna be for this weekend as well. Good race. Good race indeed. But yeah, so we have a week break. I guess I will also get back into F1 racing, I believe. But yeah, I guess that's the thing that maybe next week will be there to look for. Instead of me commentating, I will be the one getting commentated on, and Nirma will be just telling skill issue every time I spin. I believe that's what I expect. But yeah, like we do wait for the drivers and the lobby to go up. I'm not sure if it's the same lobby. I'm definitely sure it's not the same lobby. Let me join the new lobby so that our coordinators boys don't start shouting at me. So let's just do that, because if I haven't joined the lobby, then obviously we can't start the race because the streamer is not in the race. But anyways, how does it matter? We know that we are not gonna get a race again. What chance do you think we will have for the race to actually start? Thoughts? Percent? Probability? Anything? Let's hope that it becomes inverse of 75. That is 25% chance of not starting and 75% chance of starting. Because I wanna take a break and I wanna go to sleep. I do have work tomorrow. How can you? What? At home? Okay, got it. Understood. We have to still wait for the coordinators to set up the grid, and that is gonna take some time, so that's what we are waiting for at the moment, and giving to you the bakwas that we generally do in VC here at IRC. By the way, as Nirma would have mentioned bazillion times by now, if you are interested in motorsports and anything related to that, do consider joining us. The links are there in the description. But if you just wanna watch some league racing, some fun time, some good commentary, some beautiful commentary by me and Nirma, do consider subscribing us and giving this video a thumbs up. Does help us, and does help boost ego for Nirma so that he comes stronger in the next commentary. है कि नहीं Nirma? Please subscribe. Yes. If you don't subscribe, Nirma will go homeless. We need to feed him. We need to give him a home. So Is this your cry for help on live stream? Unfortunately, I guess only 10 to 15 people are watching us. Oh, 11 people are watching us. So 11 people might help you out. Might, being the strong one. But they can't see you blinking, Nirma. I guess that's the plan of Kapil. War crimes against humanity. We have dropped in numbers of concurrent viewers. Nirma, do something. What are you doing? Yeah. That's yes, yes. I guess. I guess. We are 8 seconds left to start the race, so let's just switch to the game, and hopefully this is the final time we restart. For the love of God, this is the final time we restart. Bas ho gaya. Let's go to the game. Let's load it up, and let's hope that please incompetent in only F1 2020. Okay. Says the person who has played only 4 hours of FIFA, but anyways. 4 days you played continuously 4 days? Yes. So how many hours did you play actually? I guess 3 hours, not even that. And you are judging a game? Okay. Okay, that's still a lot for 4 days. How jobless are you, man? Yes, this is literally it. Ah, okay. Mentally unstable we all agree about, but maybe not exploited by IRC. That I don't think is happening to you. But people don't know that I am the admin. I believe I am the most low-lying admin that is there. Uh, that's not how it works, Nirma. That's not how it works. Definitely not with the attitude that you have, so look who is telling. Hmm. See, as soon as you said that, people have dropped off. So, people who are watching can comment on whether Nirma is the most lovable person in IRC or not. But having said that, it's time to get back to some racing. Our drivers have done their setup. Formation lap is about to start soon. Let me just do some work on the side because yeah, yeah. Same. It has been so long. It has been 1 hour since we started this stream, and I have forgotten what results we got like 20 minutes back. So we will just wait for the formation lap start, and that's when we will. Oh, there it is. So now maybe we will get a. That's the timing sheets. Yes. Helium. Helium. It was a Mercedes, and it was the Mercedes I had. Yes, that was helium. Yes, sir. I will fix that. One thing that you can do is shout, but I believe that's not good for the ears of anyone listening. So I will just increase your volume in the. Okay. Okay. We need your accent back, man. That's what made your voice heavenly. But yeah, our drivers are doing their warm-up laps. Let's just go through the tire strategies that people have decided to go on. Last time it was Pri and Aradhya going out on softs, but this time it looks like everyone has switched to the medium or the hards in the top 5. in fact top 6. Shubh Kumar is the first bold one in the top 10 to go or start on the soft tires. So he has chosen to take that risk. Maybe we will do the race start from his POV because the camera angle is absolutely bad. As we say that, the only soft runners loses it as he goes through that corner. Does a very brilliant way to warm up his tire, I guess. That's what we will call it. We will not at all count that as a mistake, and that's just a strategy that he was going for as he lines up. Let's see what drivers are lining their car up to be. Are they angling themselves to a particular direction? Because again, this is a manual start that they can do. It seems like everyone has just gone for a straight except the Mercedes. Simply clearly looks to be pointing his car towards the right. Yes, his car is pointed to the right, so he is looking to cut off someone behind him.
I think he wants to cut off Catty since Catty did win the race last time, but he looks like a torpedo going straight for our car.
It's literally he's going for the Ferrari up ahead, but we are still seeing some disqualifications for some reason. But anyways,
Apparently, there's no game audio as well. I think I want to fix that before we go for a race start, please.
it's okay.
Three lights, four lights, five lights. Lazarus is still boosted there. It's lights out and away we go. Simply straighten his car out, but then he's lost a lot from Catty as they have King James going for a look or a peep on the inside, but then after he cuts him off, it's going to be a clean getaway as of now. Yes, it is. No incidents. Going clean as we see. And Aston Martin going a bit onto the grass, but then no contacts, no carbon fiber flying off. It's a clean getaway as clean as it could be.
Yes, definitely. I was expecting a bit of a contact here and there from our drivers, but it seems like everyone has started cleanly. But then again, there is an Alpine in the background who is just flying off the track. That was Lean Sipper, who has been pushed wide going into that corner by the other cars who were on his inside. Up ahead also, we had a couple of position change. Pre the Pro having to lose 2 positions on the race start because of the long straight that is there, and right now it does seem like Aradia has taken the lead, followed by Helium, and Catty is right behind him on the hard tires. Let's just have a look at all the positions gained and lost. We do see Pre the Pro losing 2 positions, but apart from Lean Sraper, who was the biggest loser on the race start, everyone seems to be almost where they started, maybe 1 positions up and down, which is very acceptable and a very clean start. Aradia sets the fastest lap of the session for now, for the first lap, with a 118.2.
Sai Tarun, the man who crashed into the pit lane as we saw in qualifying, has gained 3 positions on the P14 for now. Mira loses position, no positions I say, and now Sai Tarun up to P13 here on board King James. Simply White team using P5 because of angling his car and having to straighten out his car, making him lose that crucial few hundredths.
Yes, right now we do have the Ferrari and the Aston Martin battling it out. That's Sai Tarun and Dark Knight who are battling it out. Tried to go side by side there, but at the end, I believe it was Dark Knight who decided to back off because he had the longer way through the corner and he knew that he's not making way. For people who are telling that audio is not there of the cars, the issue is if I increase their audio, then when we go on board, it will be deafening. So that's why the audio is low in broadcast camera, but I'm pretty sure in when I am spectating on board, it should be fine if I'm not wrong. So that's what has happened. We do have a yellow flag right now. ABD 28 is currently in 19, so he has lost his car and he has fallen back, so he will have to do a lot of work to get back to the field. He is losing a left end plate, but decides not to go into the pits for some reason. Maybe not the wisest of the moves from him, but there is a long race to go and a lot of things can happen.
Indeed, as we see, it's already dying out a bit. It's a bit difficult to overtake on this track. We see a lot of DRS traits and 3RS has been enabled for this lap onwards. We have 3 drivers on the hard tires. We'll see how that goes for them. Which I don't think this has gone for either the mediums or the softs. It's going
Yes, right now it does seem like there is a huge DRS train all the way down to wherever you can think of. No drivers are leaving any opportunity, but there's the first victim of not being in the DRS train as BK19 overtakes. Even Shubh Kumar is about to make a move on the outside. They're losing two positions, both to the Haas. The Haas just tagging each other around, and there's the slight tap that can unsettle your car in this game. But somehow it didn't end up in a big mess and it was all controllable. Jose Hero and King James, both the Haases pushed their way forward with
Those are the alphas.
oh, sorry, alphas. I am so sorry. I forgot to read the H sign. But yeah, like that's the alpha. But yeah, again, it seems like Shubh Kumar is coming back. Goes on the inside where you can now comfortably go on the inside and maybe trying to stick a move back. Also, we do see BK19 and BK19 and Ritesh trying to jostle it around after Ritesh lost his position to BK19, but he has gained it back again after that DRS.
Can we go to Leans? But I think he's the closest driver right now. 2 tenths. He's under 2 tenths now.
Leave all that. We do have a position change at the moment.
I see that. It's gonna be Aradhya Gupta and Helium. Helium gets P1 from Aradhya Gupta, but Aradhya looks on the inside. Can he set it on the inside? Late braking? No, he does not. Plays it safe. But then Helium does seem to give him a bit of a space that lets Aradhya get over there again. But now Aradhya's gonna play safe play for the DRS. You can see how close Aradhya gets at the mid corners.
Yes, it does seem like Aradhya still has the pace, but he has to do something to get back to Helium right now, who just now overtook him. But I think what he will be doing is conserving his ERS because DRS pass is the easiest on the main straight. So he is waiting for that, and we might see quite a good defense coming from Helium there because he will defend for his life. But as we say that, the final exit, the final corner exit will definitely go to Helium for that better exit. But as I say that, Helium just botches it out from the final corner, and that is gonna be an easy pass by Aradhya Gupta on Helium. A lead change again happening there.
As we say, a lead change, we have the man of the IRC community, Adil Shinoy, about Aaron and Baby Erickson. Good competition.
Yes, hello there. So we are right now on board Ritesh, who just now overtook Sai Tarun because Sai Tarun just had a moment going towards the uphill part there. But yeah, good to have you back. We were just discussing your coming back into the IRC League racing season, if that is what we are gonna see, or if that's still gonna be a desire that we are gonna left with. Yes, definitely. We will be excited to see you back on the grid as we had a podium position change there. Preetha Pro, who had taken back the position from Aradhya, returns it back to Aradhya because of the DRS, and he will be looking to hunt again. But as of now, it seems like P1 to P6 are all glued together in that DRS train, and none of them are able to get on top of the other. The person who is in the most disadvantageous position will be Helium leading this train, and he will not be having any DRS, but everyone behind him will have the wings open, as you can see right there in the beautiful short zone there, all the way to the Mercedes of Simply YT, everyone opening their rear wings. It does seem like there are two DRS trains actually which have been formed. There is another DRS train back there as BK19 loses his car, loses a couple of position, and others overtake by taking that opportunity up to the grasp. We do have another battle that might happen soon. It does seem like it's gonna be an easy pass by Jose Hero on Shubh Kumar back again into P8, just behind his teammate King James. He just Shubh Kumar just overtook him 1 or 2 laps back, but he had to yield, seeing the pace of the DRS Open. Jose Hero.
Top 6 is going to be interesting to watch as well. And as you mentioned, we having two DRS trains. It's very reminiscent of MotoGP where you have multiple trains or gaps opening up. It's gonna be. I don't think Arabia and Singapore will get even that, considering how Haber defends and pulls away usually when he gets P1. So let's see how this ends up with
Can we go on board simply? I think he might be about to make a move on Caddy, and also we do need to talk about these hard runners. These hard runners have stayed with medium runners through this entire ordeal. The race is probably going to come to them the latter half of the race.
Yeah, definitely. I was also about to speak about that because all this battling among the top four have just helped these two guys to stick along with them and then continue using their DRS in their advantage to nullify their tire deficit that they have. And with 8 or 9 laps done almost on those medium tires, the medium tires will start falling off after 3 to 4 laps, and that's when the hards will start shining. Not to forget that these drivers will get a medium stint towards the end of the race, in which they are gonna be way quicker, as we have a yellow flag where Akash Sonavne just loses his car and then he drops to P6.
simply YT, as Mara mentioned, on the hard tire is up to P4, as if the tire deck keeps going down and simply keeps managing the hards, it might pull off a race win for P5. Is that possible? Is that on the table?
That is definitely on the table in my opinion, as King James make easy work of Akash Sonavne after Akash Sonavne has been offset by his loss of car. He will need some time to get back the confidence, but it does seem like the battle that the hard boys had in the beginning made them lose the DRS that they had, and because of that, right now it does seem like they have fallen down the DRS train. We have Akash Sonavne again having some kind of incident as Catty takes back the position. Maybe this is what they should do. They should just take each other's DRS and keep at it and maybe catch up to the pack ahead of them.
It's interesting you say that because since Akash had resilience in the previous lap, the front three have really put their right foot down because if unless my mathematics is wrong or I've just misunderstood the numbers, they've pulled out more than a second in the last second and a half in the last few laps on Catty on Catty and Cindy. So either something's gone wrong over there or all this battling is just making them lose touch with the front three.
I believe it's mostly the battling because they are going side by side on corners which are not meant to be, and that's definitely gonna cost a lot of time to both of them, and that's why both of them have fallen around 4 seconds back. Maybe they should just form a pact that you stay ahead for this part and then we shall battle it towards the end of the race.
That might be the wise thing to do, but at the same time, it is called Challenge Series, so let's just start with who can come out front.
But it does look like that they are exchanging positions every lap possible, as simply gets thrown off there on under braking and probably misses his braking point, and now there is a big gap between himself and Catty. There are a couple of yellow flags. We do have Shubh Kumar who is falling down the grid. It seems like he had some kind of a moment into turn 1. It does look like he lost his car, I believe, because of that, and we shall see whether he can get it back or not.
Akash Sonavne as well, as we went from P9, I believe, and up to P17. He's out of the points now. He fell down drastically.
Yes, we'll just Have a look. We do not have any wing on Shubh Kumar, so he's gonna lose a lot of position as the Williams almost goes into the rear of Shubh Kumar, who just simply can't take the corner at the speed that the guys having proper wings can. Let's just head back to the top three because this is the battle that has been going on. All three of them in the DRS train. They are still trying to get back at each other as Dark Knight seems to have retired in the final sector, which has brought out a safety car. Let's just go on board and have a look what happened here. I don't think we can see his car. Yes, it has been removed. It feels like he just lost his car going on the exit here, and that has brought out a safety car after him hitting the wall. And almost everyone has decided to go into the pits all the way from P9. Basically, the cars who got the opportunity to go into the pits went into the pits with that safety car notification popping out.
I think
But
it's gonna
just
plan
on
fire.
that line, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna mention as well. I think it's gonna plan fire, follow the hard drivers right now. But the mediums will go to the hards, and they can just take it to the end of the race. What would you do if you're the hards right now, man?
I would be probably watching stream. No, definitely it's a bit hard.
Sorry for that minor hiccup. My PC just decided to not do what it should do, which is just stream. But anyways, we are back at it under safety car. Thankfully, it hasn't resumed, and let's see what it is there.
The good news is, this could not have been better timing with the safety car coming in when it did or coming out when it did. So, I don't think we missed out on any real racing action.
Only thing we might have missed is the people coming in, but then we can already predict who's going to come in and who's not. What's going to be interesting to see is how the hard runners will. Where are the hard runners now initially? I can see. Oh, yeah, they've got Podium. also look for a good finish. So either it's going to be a P1 or a P2 or a P3. So he's not looking to lose anything. But yes, if he stays patient, you get rewarded hands away from the patience. Probably wait up till lap 30th and just go full out all aggressiveness after saving his minutes.
Absolutely. All right, let's do a quick race update here. So we have
Yeah.
Could you increase the Discord audio volume a little bit? There seems to be a lot of disturbance. We can barely hear Nirma's. And
Okay. Just a second.
yeah, cheers. Thanks, thanks a lot, man. But back to the live action. Back to the live action. Let's see what's going on. There's a safety car, another safety car with 4 laps to go. And as a lot of people do know, this is going to be very, very interesting. Will the front three pit? Because I definitely think Simply has to come into the pits, but there will be a maximum of, I think about 2 laps. I'm not sure there'll be enough laps for them to get DRS active. So, are you going to prioritize track position because you think about your DRS to save? Are you going to prioritize fresh tires? The good news is the fastest lap's about to be blown away.
So an interesting conundrum for the drivers up ahead, because if there is a delta behind, they might just wait for faster tires. But then this track is difficult to overtake regardless. So I would probably prioritize track position at this point because the safety car is obviously not extend. It's never done quick. So I would expect at least probably around 2 laps of racing. I think it's defendable on old tires. Also to note, race winner of the first round of the Challenge Series as DNF along with Faizan and Dark Knight Catty won race 1. It's DNF'd and we have 3 rounds of DNF. ABD has gone from back of the grid up P11. Govind SSR started P19 in race 1 and finished P7 in race 1. Is it P12 from P19 again in this race. So we're seeing how the safety car, maybe it's a first safety car, helped the drivers to jump up the order. We see King James pitting for the subs as well as Simply White. So as you mentioned, the fastest lap getting blown out, I think it's gonna go to Simply White.
Meanwhile, I would just like to point out, did you see a bit of a cheeky move there by Helium? Borderline dangerous, borderline dirty. Questionable. Basically, he went into the pits, like entered the pit line, but then Pre decided to stay out, and then immediately Helium switched to staying out.
Definitely Hamilton fan there.
Yeah.
If you remember Germany 2018? Yeah, it was 2018 in Hockenheim.
He just saw Pre not pitting, and then Helium decided that even I should not pit. Maybe that's not how it is done. I guess the guy ahead only decides.
No, I'm pretty sure they're going to regret it because Helium would have been out in a maximum of P4 or P5, probably P4 behind Akash, which would have given him, and the pace that he has, I would have definitely put him in the best position on those fresh soft tires to win the race. I still think Simply has a chance with even with 2 laps to go. There's no corner. There's not a single corner on the track where Simply will not have a chance to overtake with that fresh rubber off those soft tires. I mean, that fresh rubber is definitely not going to compete with all the drivers who have got like got those hard tires on.
They can see a podium from here, and if he's ballsy enough, he can see the race win from here. So let's see what Simply cooks up.
The field is about to bunch together except for one lone McLaren in second two, which probably means we will have 2 laps of racing. We will probably have 2 laps of racing, and if I'm not wrong, the game usually makes sure there's at least 2 laps of racing. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. It will make sure that there is at least 2 laps of racing at the end.
And there is one McLaren right through it as well.
I was going to say things have gone from bad to worse for the Wizard of Oz.
Did that McLaren just pop in from somewhere?
Okay. Let's just go with it. double move for Simply on the inside of Pre the Pro and Aradia. Aradia gets pushed wide. He gets pushed extremely wide, gets a completely compromised exit, and this might make him lose the position to King James, who is a tenth, almost less than a tenth behind him, but can't really get the space on track. Who goes down the inside, a late breaking maneuver for King James there, and gets the works Ferrari team in that Alfa Romeo. Great move from King James over there.
But if Simply can't have the podium, it certainly did help King James.
Can we go on more simply, please? One sector to go. One section to go all over the back of Helium. Helium will be holding that inside line with all his might, and there is contact. Simply, there was just no space for you there, buddy. But he's still on it. He's still on the back of Helium. All over the back, inside and outside. There is no space for him. Helium is defending a lot, every inch of. He's making that Mercedes as wide as he can. I think Simply might run out of room here. And Helium has grasped, by less than a tenth, Helium has grasped one of the most exciting Grand Prix. But it finishes with a Mercedes 1-2. Sorry for shouting over you there, Nirma. That was just too close to miss.
Oh, no worries. That was an interesting race as well. I just had my mouth open and kept muted here. That was amazing racing from Simply. He might not have the podium because of the after-race report from Akash, but it did help King James to get the P2, probably in my books, and P the Pro might have P3 now, but Arad is just gone for the podium.
Okay, do you realize what is happening to Wizard of Oz right now? No, his car is beached. He can't move. His car was literally on the edge of a seesaw, so he couldn't move, and the game disqualified him. So you have to be aware of those. But nevertheless, a very exciting finish, and thanks to Mara to make it even more exciting towards the end.
That was sensational at the Grand Prix. I don't actually know if that's going to be a penalty for Simply, but that's not our job to figure out. We leave that to the stewards. I actually think if Simply, he just had so much grip on those tires. If he had chosen the outside instead of trying to grab that inside from Helium, he would still have had the grip to get around the outside of those hard tires and grab P1.
Yes, even I think that's where Simply actually did the mistake. Him trying to go on the inside, even though there was a wide open space on the outside, which he could have easily taken advantage of.
Very good comeback from Simply as well, because he had a compromised start with P5, P6, and then just comes back to P2. Regardless how it was, it was a beautiful race. King James as well, P8 to P3.
Absolutely. So just going over the standings, we have Helium P1, Simply P2, King James with an Alpha, overtake the world's Ferrari from front podium position. Pre the Pro, Aradia follow fourth and fifth, lead Simba, Shubhamar Desh, Jose Hero, Sai Tarun, Meroth, ABD, Govin, Akash, BK19, Faizan, Kati, Faizan, Kati, Dark Knight, and Wizard of Oz. All retired. Wizard of Oz obviously got a scar beach over there, but the other three were retirements. And I guess so was a beach car, but that was sensational to watch.
Yes, with that, I guess we come to the end of the stream. I'm not sure if we are gonna have podium interviews. Did we have last week, Nirma?
No reason why we shouldn't, because we were hard fought and deserved place on the commentator's box, I would say.
Then let's have a podium interview. Let's get in our podium finishers in.
Alright, I'll move Helium. Did you find Simply?
Yeah, I am looking for it. Why don't you start off with Helium?
Alright, we have Helium with us. Who else are we pulling in?
King James.
Simply, I'm going to pull Simply in from Alpine. Why is he in Alpine right now? But it's fine. Simply, you're in the commentator's box next to. Sorry, we have to give you here. Who is the final podium position? That was King James.
Yes, that is correct. I will look for him. Maybe you guys can start the.
We can get started.
Yeah.
What a race, gentlemen. Thank you for that. That was an exhibition, to be all simply. Definitely have some questions about
We
All right.
have King
Huge
James.
congratulations to all three podium finishers. Oh, what a drive. Helium, walk us through your... Actually, let's start with P3. Let's start with P3. We'll work our way up to P1 as they do in real life, shall we? So, King James, great, great drive from you, mate. What was your thought process the moment the safety car came out towards the end? The soft tires, were there always going to be a decision for you, or were you just sort of mirroring what Simply was doing ahead of you?
Hey guys, yeah, hey, thanks a lot by the way for the opportunity to race here. But yeah, number one, the safety car was unexpected. But yeah, when it came out, I was in a dilemma: should I pit, should I not pit? But when I saw the leaders, I think who are pretty much in a league of their own, right? They were now pitting, so then I thought, okay, might as well give it a shot on the softs. Simply as well, he also pitted. He also had a 3-second gap, so that's why I went for the softs, and yeah, it turned out to be the right decision, I'm sure.
Definitely. Do you think there could have been any scope of you finishing a little further up the grid than P3, or do you think it was a maxed out result from you today?
I think that was the match because, as I said, I think Helium and Aradia and I think Bree were in another league, so it was mostly between Simply and I. I was thinking P4 at the time before the safety car. So, but yeah, with the new socks, maybe another lap, it might have been a little bit more interesting. Maybe it could have gotten P2 or P1. But yeah, but I'm overall pretty happy. So yeah.
That's great to hear. For my partner in commentary, Nirma, any questions for King James?
No man, that was beautiful racing. I might have to rewatch the entire race. That was beautiful racing from all three of you guys. Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, moving on to P2, Simply. We know there's no doubt that the softs were a stellar decision on your part. Definitely made us um, get a lot more excited than we would have if you just sat behind on your mediums. However, what I want to talk to you about is one very specific moment in the race. I think you know what I'm going to ask you about.
Yep.
After the fast right hander down into the final heavy braking zone on the track. Talk us through that moment where you and Helium, I think, made a little bit of contact. But what is going through your mind over there?
Between me and Helium, I wished that I won. But we'll take the Mercedes 1-2, at the end of the day, results would matter. Still finishing on the podium is not bad. It's 2 races on the podium now, so yeah, we'll take that.
And I'm sure your first win of this season is going to be coming very, very soon. But we actually thought, and I'm not sure how much confidence you have in your tire, we actually thought that if you, regardless of where you chose to go, whether it was the inside or the outside, wherever it was, you would have been able to get that move done. Do you think you actually had the confidence on those tires to go around the outside of Helium into sector 3?
I was close enough and I didn't make a few mistakes here and there. I guess I could have. But then again, Helium being very quick and very experienced at race, he defended quite well. So it was a bit of a struggle for me. Maybe if I had one more lap, then I guess I could have tried to pull it off. But I guess it is what it is.
I think there was precisely minus 3 millimeters between Helium's car and yours in that final lap. So I definitely think you were close enough, but honestly, I'm sure, like as you said, it's Mercedes 1-2. A great, great race from you.
Yep, thank you.
All right, no questions from Nirma then, I guess. Yep. Okay. Great. Congratulations, Simply, on a great race. And on to the winner, on to our gentleman who's definitely no stranger to the stop step, Helium. Congratulations on another great drive. Definitely from lap 1. Talk us through what your strategy was after the first time. Pretty sure you realized it was going to be a DRS train all the way to the end. Did you want to be leading the Grand Prix, or did you want to be, let's say, following around, controlling your energy? What was your thought process throughout, let's say, 90% of that race in the battle of the front three? last question for you. I just remembered. I saw you have a bit of a hairy moment there. You were going into the pits and then you decided not to go into the pits. Talk us through that.
So, yeah, I was trying to decide what to do because if I did this, I didn't put the measurements, it might take longer. So, I wanted to see what these teams were going to do. And for that, all I thought was let's just go down to 30 kilometers around the field.
All
So
right.
that's basically what I did. I didn't even like try the points. I tried to tell myself like okay fine let's have a few green sprint matches and then after the pits I was not in the pits.
Yeah.
So as soon as we went ahead I was like yeah let's just go out.
Well, looking at Simply's pace at the end, do you think that was the right decision? Do you think you should have pitted?
So my whole thought process was is Simply in these wins when I was free. If they did quit I will do them fine. But I don't know, I didn't follow the meetings quickly. That was just my brain like switched on.
Well,
But
I don't blame you. With
yeah,
the amount you had to use your brain, the entire race, I can understand why you were maybe a bit short on operating power towards the end of the Grand Prix. So, anyway, great job and thank you for like answering all these questions. And thank you for delivering a very entertaining race once again. So, I think with that we can potentially close up the stream.
If you don't mind, can I add something?
Yeah, of course.
So I'm just making this information public now. I have a surgery coming up, so I will be out for a month. So I obviously will be bogged down to the reserve, but whenever I do come back, hopefully I can be on the podium again and have a great race with these guys.
Give me a login and I'll race for you. But honestly, yeah, on behalf of IRC, we all wish Simply a speedy recovery. We are all here for you, buddy. If you need anything, let us know.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, with that I guess we can close the stream. Thanks everyone for watching.
Before we do,
Yeah.
apologies for everyone who watched the stream with some technical issues. That's precisely why, I mean, what the bunch is here for, to sort them out, just to make sure we deliver a stream for you. We'll sort them out, but overall, the racing spoke for itself. Thank you all for watching.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching, and if you liked what you watched and if you want Mara to commentate with us in more races, do hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up button down there. And if you are interested in motorsports, do consider joining our community. The links to the same will be in the description below. But that's it from us. Thank you for watching and see you next week when we come to you with another round of challenges.